Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your spirit message reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration, and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Before we begin our reading, let us ask God, Source Spirit, however we see the divine, the universe, to bless us and guide us, to bring forward all that is of peace, harmony, and love, and vanquish all that is of anger, hatred, and sorrow. So let's see what we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Six of Wands. Okay, so it's very interesting because when I was shuffling the cards, there was a sense of, and the singing bowl was singing, there was a sense of there's an end and a beginning intertwined. And there's a real sense here of, okay, I have a victory, or somebody comes in and they present themselves as astoundingly victorious, very sure of themselves, very confident, very determined, very focused. We have to be mindful of getting caught up in, well, it's already handled, because it isn't. And there's going to be something that comes forward that lets us know, oh, it isn't already handled. We become much more aware of things. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. I love the combination of the High Priestess and the Hermit. I think they go together absolutely beautifully, so I love that here for you. We are crowned with the Ace of Cups. That is a gift from God, Source Spirit. However you see the divine, the universe, just for you. I'm going to show you guys the cards. So here is the High Priestess, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit. Now, the Hermit represents Virgo energy, and Spirit is saying that that time frame is important. Now, that's August 23rd to September 22nd. Now, either we had something during this time that happened that is still going to be impacting us today, or we need to just mark that time frame on our calendar, the Virgo time frame, and be aware of it when it comes, because something is coming to an end here. This gift, again, from God, Source Spirit, however you say it, however you see it, it makes us feel a little bit vulnerable. And, though we don't mind being vulnerable, Scorpio, we don't like other people to see it. It's kind of like, okay, it doesn't need to be seen. And yet we're going to feel like people can see our vulnerability. There's a sense of emotions running very high and things being a lot more intense than maybe we thought they should be, or maybe it's almost a sense of we want to say, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But underneath, it's kind of like a duck. On the surface, you just see this duck floating in the water. You don't see the legs paddling and paddling. That energy is coming forward very strongly here. We have gathered a lot of knowledge, a lot of insight, and a lot of ideas. They're going to serve us astoundingly well and take us very, very far. Stop being so afraid. Yes, there is going to be a lot of work that does come forward during this time, but it's not going to be bad work. It's going to be intense work. We're just afraid of letting our emotions come forward too much and feeling as if our emotions are taking over. Know that our hearts are kind of purifying themselves. Okay, it's kind of like our emotions, our hearts, what we love, they're going through a deep clean. And that's going to be very important for us. That sense of a release of negativity, that sense of love and healing and compassion and understanding. Our cups are running over when it comes to love. And this can be something that we kind of laugh at and say, no, it's kind of like somebody saying, I don't have a romantic relationship, like my heart isn't running over in love. But you're going to see a community door open or a sense of like-minded people coming in our path. And that's going to open your heart to love, to compassion, to where you need to be for you. The High Priestess, a veil is being lifted from your eyes, right? You're seeing things much more emotionally, which as a Scorpio is how we normally see things. We see things very complexly, very emotionally. But we're taking in that emotion, that love, that caring, that compassion, and we're letting it guide us. This is the insight of things that are hidden, and the Hermit steps into ourselves. So we're stepping into our psychic self, we're stepping into our intuitive self, and we're seeing where it leads us, and we're seeing how we're opening up to what we desire and what we want. Now, there are piranhas in the water. This isn't going to be necessarily smooth sailing. There is a sense of 6 things being in our way, 6 challenges, 6 people coming forward, and that the protection around us isn't quite full. We can feel like there are some openings, some weaknesses. They could be our health. It could be, that we need these people to work with, and yet how do I work with somebody I don't trust or I don't like? Just be aware of this. Just be aware that it's complicated, but it's nothing that you can't traverse. It's nothing that you can't, overcome or handle. So there is also this sense here that somebody thinks they got you. Like, oh, you're not going to be able to walk away from this or understand this or move forward from this. And you really are quite fine. You really are quite fine. So just be aware of that. Okay, let's go a little bit deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, so it's interesting. It's like we're doing a tactical retreat. We have the 5 of Swords. We're facing something that we have faced before in our lives. And we're stepping back into ourselves and saying, you know what? Maybe I look at this in a bit different way. You know what? Maybe this isn't necessarily right for me or where I want to be or how I want things to move forward. So we step back into ourselves. We assess what is coming at us that we've been through before. And we're finding that we can handle the situation a heck of a lot better than we did once upon a time. And now there's a strength to us, an insight to us, a power to us. Now the Knight of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles is around work and money. There's something here about money or about for somebody, it's like child support. It's something here where this is support. This is supposed to help support you, move you forward. And you could be having a bit of a battle with this. It's going slowly right now. Okay, be aware of it, but be aware that there is victory. Now, this could also be with the signing of a house or, some sort, it's some sort of like money switching hands. Okay, it's being held up. It goes slowly, but you do get to where it is that you need to be. You just feel rather vulnerable during this time. It's like, oh my gosh, it's not going to happen. Oh my gosh, this and that. And it's so overwhelming. And yet there's such a sense of, I come out the other end so powerful, so beautiful, so where I need to be. Now with the High Priestess and the 3 of Wands, there's something we're getting tangled in before the door opens, before the new horizon comes. There's something that we're looking at and it's like, oh, well, that's where I need to be. Or I can't move out of this spot. And then all of a sudden things start to shift. All of a sudden things start to get untangled. And you start to see things more clearly. It can't even be just yourself. It's like things were more tangled. And then there's a clarity and insight, a power that moves us forward. Because I'm just seeing the tangled of this bird's wings to the wands just coming forward so powerfully. And it's like, oh, I can't do this. I can't move forward this way. And then there's this little bit of insight, this woman whispering to the bird and saying, there is more here than you know. There is more to this than you could possibly realize. And it moves us to the crowning energy of the Ten of Wands. We're tired. We are tired of just seeing the dirt on our shoes. The Ten of Wands is, we've been carrying too much. And when you carry too much, you hunch over. Your back could be hurting you. Your shoulders could be hurting you. You can find, for some, there might even be like scoliosis or something coming forward. And it's like, I've been carrying too much. I just happen. And now I need to release myself. And I need to embrace this healing. I need to embrace this cleanse so that I can embrace me, where I need to be, what I love, what I desire. And there's a healing coming forward. There's the sense with the Two of Cups of a healing, beautiful love, a beautiful balance that brings us to greater insight, greater understanding of ourselves, that brings us to this place of knowledge. And it's almost like a reckoning. It's almost like, oh, now I know. Now I know where I need to be. Now I understand the healing. Now I'm settling deeply within myself. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, not mindful of, our subconscious tarot energy is the Fool and the Two of Pentacles. We're trying to balance a lot. We really are. And we're trying to move forward in a way that it's like, okay, how can I balance all of this and move forward to there? And there's a sense of being overwhelmed. Emotions can run high. Be aware of this, Scorpio. During this time, there is something that people are going to be looking at that we're doing, and they're going to think, oh, that's foolish. That's foolish. It might be. We might in the end say, wow, that was foolish. I should have maybe waited or, looked at this a little bit differently. But we need to do it right now for us. And that's going to be very important. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that's interesting. The Ten of Pentacles is a very positive card. There can be a disappointment in an inheritance. There can be something genetic handed down that we're struggling with right now. There is something here. There can also be just the simple thing of looking over the fence and seeing the grass is greener. We're looking at things and it's like, oh, well, I'm not doing that, or I'm not having that, or it's not like that. So obviously it's wrong. And Spirit's saying, no, it's just different. Every story is different. And everybody edits their stories, edits their pictures from Victorian age forward. So just know that you're not seeing the real truth. And just know, because the Ten of Pentacles is also inheritance, we can be struggling with something that is inherited. And it can even be, we have inherited, taking care of people, certain roles that, though they are a responsibility, they can weigh heavily on us. So just be aware. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. And may blessings, prosperity, and peace always be with you. God bless.